Hey, coaches. Today we're going to be talking about goal setting for ourselves as coaches. Oftentimes, when a person starts getting into coaching, and even while a person may have been established in the field of coaching, they may have this concept of, in order to be a good coach, I need to have a certain level of success in my life because that kind of validates me as an inspiring person for the people I work with. And while there is some need for consistency, I think, in terms of if you are a health coach who doesn't do anything for their own health, exercise fitness coach that who doesn't do anything for their own exercise and fitness, and so on. Yeah, there's that need for consistency. However, to be a corporate leadership coach serving those at maybe a senior director level or above, or say an executive coach coaching someone at the C level, it's not always possible, and it shouldn't necessarily be, or it shouldn't be, a qualification as a coach to have their level of success or greater. I think it goes to that analogy of a great coach, professional services, corporate coach. They are much more like an Olympic coach who, while they may have a great deal of success in their own way, in related concepts to the person they are going to be coaching, the person they are coaching at that Olympic level is always going to be a far greater performer than the coach could ever be. And that's good. The role of the coach is to help that person shine, not to seek to equally shine with them. With that being said, there is one area where a coach does need to demonstrate a consistency regardless of what niche or market of coaching they serve in, and that is setting their own goals and pursuing those goals. If we are in the business of helping people grow, whether it's personally, professionally, or both, ideally, then we need to be kind of about that business for ourselves. Consider how we need to, or what we need to be growing towards over the next year or a few years, and what's the significance of these things, and how do I move towards those successfully. So again, today we're looking at coaching goals for coaches. And a key concept here that informs my goals for myself, what I aspire to become as a coach and as a coach trainer, in many ways it starts with the idea, kind of the counter idea, I guess, for now, which is a coach can only coach effectively when they feel like it. And I think I've mentioned it in another video where I do not believe that that is a very useful mindset. That is very similar to what we would say is a fixed mindset. If you look at anyone in the performance arts, of comedy, of acting, someone who is a presenter for large corporate events, maybe a trainer, facilitator, they don't always feel as well as they portray themselves on stage, but it's because it's their job. Their role is to help build an experience, to be a certain person for others, regardless of what they feel themselves. This, again, goes to the idea of the coach is never paid to be authentically the coach, but they're always paid to help the client be their authentic selves. As our role as coach, then, we need to step away from the mindset that I'm only going to coach when I feel like it, and move towards more of a stretching mindset, a growth mindset that says, how can I push myself to a next level of performance? When a coach says that they can only coach like a couple of times a day, usually that is not, or I would personally say, it is not a reflection of some sort of moral, almost like a moral stance they have on what true quality coaching is. It's not a situation where they are truly incapable of coaching beyond 2 sessions a day. Instead, it's more that their current skills and willpower to continue to listen and continue to be present, their current ability to be resilient within the coaching space and the habits and behaviors that need to be present in every coaching session, their ability to do that stuff consistently it's just not as strong as it could be. Their endurance, their coaching endurance, is lacking. I believe this is a great area for every coach to consider as part of the way they stretch themselves to becoming a better coach. Now, as a coach, one method of measuring performance and improvement is, putting in more time, but other things that we could set as a 1-year goal might be a level of income we'd like to make by that time, or a certain level of performance we would like to achieve on certain assessments that we might use as part of measuring our consistent behaviors and performance as coaches. Now, whatever this goal might be that you are pursuing and you're creating measurable or ways to measure your success towards those things, I also would encourage you to consider what impact you would make as you become a better coach over the next 5 years or even longer. What's the significance of you becoming a stronger coach with more endurance, more ability to reach people, the ability to have, theoretically 6, 7, 8 sessions a day if you so desired? What difference would it make on the families of those you coached, the teams of those you coached? How many lives could you help change by being a coach at that level over a 5-year period of time? I'd encourage you to maybe write that down, jot some notes, jot your thoughts on what impact your work will make, and use that as a way to continue to stay motivated as you pursue your long-term goals as a coach. I hope this is helpful, just as a way to encourage ourselves to keep stretching, keep growing, and never to fall into a fixed mindset when it comes to our growth as coaches. There are many people who would benefit from you coaching well. Thank you for watching, and thank you for coaching